Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flourgoldwizards channel. We are at location on secret campsite we located quite a while back. Now the water was extremely high back then, but there's some really nice looking bedrock canyons over here and lots of bedrock bottom of this creek right here. And we also located a really nice gravel deposit up there which contained gold and lots of lead. But the water has come down considerably and I can actually see all the bedrock in the bottom of this creek right here. I brought a suction tube along today. I brought my giant sluice along today. I don't know what we're gonna do first. I'm so darn excited. The water was so high for so long, we just couldn't come down here and move a lot of material or check out all that bedrock over there. So I'm gonna grab the camera and I'm gonna show you around and you can see what I see. It's exciting. Well, let's start off over here by all this delicious looking bedrock I see everywhere. Oh, wow, I couldn't even get down onto this stuff right here. It was all underwater when we were here last. Look down in here. Oh my God, this is a dream come true right here. I'm out there walking on it. Now there are some gravels in here I can feel under my feet, but as you can see, that is smooth bedrock coming right down here. So I'm just basically standing on a little bit of gravel deposit on top of that. This is really cool. And I didn't get to see hardly any of that out into there at all. And look down in here. It's a little bit tough to see. I forgot my darn polarized lens. But these are all great big huge chunks of that bedrock side broke off, just laying down in here on top of this. As you can see, this is a big bowl right here. So underneath some of these big cobbles and boulders and whatnot is the bare bedrock. And I'm sure that it's got fractures in it, just like that stuff there. And if there's larger gold to be had, I think it's going to be mixed in with all these broken off chunks. It's a little bit tough walking. I got the boys with me, Rexaroni and Bowser and Big Rig Bone over there, the mine boss. That's right. So I'm not even sure what to do first. Look at this bedrock coming up right here. It's just beautiful. And it goes up over in there. Let me see if I can work my way through this stuff without falling on my keister. Ooh, it's slippery. I am walking right on this shelf right here. That is cool. It's all get out. Let me point it up towards this way here. Ooh, now it's starting to get, well, it's just shiny. I can't see in the water, just like you guys can't see in the water. But I can still see out there. Now it starts to get a little bit deeper over in there, but I don't think it's going to be, ooh, it's at an angle here. I do not want to fall in here. I just got here. And this is all, I'm walking right on smooth bedrock, and then it goes off into these cobbles. You can kind of see down in there. Whoop, I just slid down the face of it. I'm excited about this. I'm going to get my suction tube, and I'm going to start working this stuff here because who knows when I'll have this opportunity again. We got rain coming, and that'll bring this water back up, and I will never get back in here for a while, maybe not even again for the year. And you can see how high up the sides the water gets up in here, right up into there. So I'm going to take this opportunity, and we're going to work this stuff. Let me go grab my tube. We're going to set up camp over in that boulder field. Now, as I'm walking out of here to get my gear moved upstream a little bit. Oh, there's a hole. That's a little bit deep. I'm looking at this broke off face right here. Now that goes down like this. I don't know if I'll be able to stand in there or not, but I know Rex Roney couldn't get out of the water right there. But look at this crack right here. Ooh, doggy. There's all kinds of material down in there. Let me try to three that once. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to get up and out of the water. See if I can't get a little material out of there too. Oh, is that nice? It's gonna be an awesome day. Before we get started, I just wanted to see. Here's that big old crack here. And it looks to be pretty mushy stuff down inside of there. Just sandy type material. Yeah, that might go down a long ways, but I don't see anything for packed gravels down in there. it's just gonna be wash, sand, and mush. Yeah, there's nothing for anything down in there. Maybe way, way, way down in there. But I'm more interested in getting up into there. Ugh. With my tube. So let's do it. Well, it doesn't get much more exciting than this. I've been chomping at the bit to get here. And this here is my suction tube. Basically just got a little plunger on the end of this here stick, and it sucks up the material. I can add different attachments on here, flat, larger, smaller, whatever. But this is really handy when you're coming to spots like this, trying to get in and around all these boulders. Some of these are so large, I'll never be able to budge them without bringing some equipment back in here. But for today's purposes, we're just gonna run this baby into my pail, which is under the water right here. I've got a classifier inside my pail and a big rock down in there to hold it down on the bottom. Let's see if I can get that to sit flat somewhere. There we go. And all we gotta do now is start picking locations to suck. Now we are working away at this for sure. And I decided just to take this thing right on off of there. It's got the same exact size hole right there, but then the material doesn't have to travel all the way up this tube and then back out. I noticed it was taking a little bit more time than I'm comfortable with, so I just took it off and it still works great. I've got my classifier probably 1/2 to 3/4 full, and I've gotten down to the actual bedrock itself. I had to move a couple of small rocks in here, like this one. But there's very little, there's hardly any of them. And I'm already down to the bedrock, and there's some gravel deposits down on top of here, just like these right here. See that? And I'm just kind of scraping those off of there and then getting everything that's underneath. And that bedrock is fractured under there, and it's real bumpy. I wish I had my camera, but I lost my GoPro. If anybody saw a black GoPro 10 laying around in one of my spots, let me know. But needless to say, we're almost done with the classifier full. We're gonna shake that out and pan it out. So back to work. It's going quite a bit faster now. Well, glare be darned, but I'm going to try to show you guys what I just ran into. Now right here is a mighty big boulder. A chunk of bedrock broke off of somewhere around here, just like that piece right there. And I'm working on the downstream side of that. Let's see if I get some of that to show. Get the glare off of you. There we go. Now you see all those gravels down there on top of the bedrock right behind this big boulder right here. Well, now it's compacted gravels. That's right. Oh, that's some horrible cameraing right there, but you can kind of see it. That's for sure. But yeah, there's compacted gravels in there now. I've been trying to rake those smaller bits like these off of there, just like them. And then I noticed that I couldn't anymore. But I can wiggle them and I can pull them out of there, but it is compacted material. So we're gonna possibly be in for something really cool here. The boys are still over here, hard at work. I'm not really sure what they're after. Probably a Sam squanch or something. But they're having fun too. Big mine boss is over there, taking a little fiber. Everybody's happy. So let's get at it. All right, now we've got a good amount in my classifier here. Get this baby up and out of the water. Yeah. Just like that. That's heavy. We'll shake that out and throw all the larger stuff in my pan. Uh-oh, I lost one of my handles here. God darn it. Get out of there. I have to fix that. All right. Get that out of there. All right. Let's see if there's anything in this stuff. Do a little bit at a time. Well, there wasn't anything in that one, but I just dumped off the top of that classifier material, and we still got about 2 more pans like that to go. So wish me luck. Pan number 2. One little fishing spinner, a little copper one or something. Might be made out of copper or brass or something. But it's better than all these rocks. There's no gold in it. All right, let's do our last pan, see if we can't find something else. Well, I probably shouldn't expect to find gobs and gobs of large gold that won't go through that classifier. We're in Wisconsin, but there's always that chance. Our best luck is going to be in that bucket right there, everything that went through the classifier. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple of pans out of this stuff here. There we go. Looks like we got about 2. We'll pan that out, see if there's anything in it. Hey! Nothing. No black sand, no gold. Let's see what's in the bottom of that bucket over there. What you doing over there, Rexaroni? He's having a ball, I tell you what. We all are. And the last of it right here, that bucket is empty. Very little black sand. I mean, that is not much black sand right there at all. And no gold. I'm just wondering if maybe there's too much current in here and I'm just not getting down into the crevices and whatnot deep enough where it's holding on to anything that I want. I just started getting into the compacted gravels down in there, but it's getting deep over my armpit level already. So we might try to find something a little bit off to the side a little bit more, like maybe this one right here. You see that there? I mean, it's basically got the same concept, but it's sitting right on this big smooth slab right here. That's a big old smooth slab of bedrock right there, and it goes right down, and this is basically sitting right on top of it. So I'm not sure if that would do what I'm looking for either. I might try to lift that up, but it looks pretty darn big. I think what we're going to do first is take a little bit of a fiver. We're going to have a snack, sit over there in the picnic area and relax. So we'll have a delicious Bobo Links beef stick. That's right. My boys love these. No, don't ya? There you go. Big rig bone. Come on over here. Yeah, okay. We'll crack a brew and think about what we're going to do next. Cobbles, everybody. Cobbles. Well, break time is over, and I think we're going to switch gears. I'll show you where we were last time we were here because the water was so high we couldn't do anything up on any of that bedrock area over there. And I really think that most of the gold around here is just, it's the flower gold that everybody's after, and you might luck upon a larger piece up in that bedrock here or there. And someday we might spend more time doing that, just dedicated for that. But we did 100%, 150% find gold up here. Now the creek widens out considerably up here. And all this right here was underwater. Yeah, I'm down in here. This was all underwater, and it's exposed just like I thought it was going to be when the water came down. And we found some fair gold up along that shoreline over there once you got down through this layer into that clay. Matter of fact, I wonder if we can see where we were digging. Look at this. I mean, this was a couple of feet deep over in here. And we took a few pans out of up in here, and you could see that brown clay right there. That's the stuff we're looking for. And we took a couple of pans from up in there, and we got gold and lots of black sand. Nice thick, wide grain black sand. So I think we're going to shift gears. I got my sluice. I'll be able to set it up over here somewhere. There's plenty of water going over this thing here. I'll be able to put like a little wing dam in here or something, and get that baby running. So let's do that. Let's move some material, boys. Now, if you're familiar with that last video, you remember this big old Widowmaker right here. That is one big log. That's a couple of feet, maybe 3 feet across right there. Just kind of leaning there. So we definitely want to work underneath that. That's for sure. And here's that, whoa, geez. And here's that dam I thought was for sure a big log under the tree or the water, and it sure is. It's a giant one, just like that one right there. And now it's all exposed, and that makes a big break in the water. And that's why all these gravels are accumulating up in these areas over in here. It's getting better and better every time I come here. So we're gonna gather up all our gear from way over there and get it down here. All right, I'm on my way to get my gear, and I just wanted to conduct a little experiment. The power of 3. If every person out there watching this video gets 3 people to subscribe to my channel, we might be able to take over the world, or at least part of it. So let's do that. Go get 3 of your peeps, have them sign up. Let's get this baby a-rockin'. Well, we're ready to roll. Now this part should be plenty good and easy enough. Basically all I'm doing is classifying out the larger material, so I get it down to the smallest stuff, because that's the size of the stuff we're after, the flower gold. And if I'm not running stuff like that over my sluice, potentially I'm only running material that could contain gold. That rock right there does not contain gold. So we just got to get down to the clay. That's where we found it last time. And hopefully that's where we find it again. Yeah. Well, that's an excellent question, Rex. How do you know if you're down to the clay? Well, when your hole does this. Yeah. Then you know you're down into the clay. Yeah, that's what we're looking for though. Right there. Whew, it's a work in progress. Yeah. Oh yeah. I broke it. Now I broke it all the way. I tell you. All right, I've got roughly 3/4 of a 5-gallon pail right here, and our I'm gonna try to set up my sluice right in this here area. Now, right behind the camera and kind of where it's sitting, it just starts to drop off just a little bit. And you should be able to get a good view of that right here. It's pretty flat all the way to get to right about here, and it kind of comes down at an angle, and then there's your drop in elevation right there. Now it's not much, but there's a good amount of water going over here. What you're lacking in elevation drop, you can make up for in a little bit more water with most mats. So I'm going to attempt to build a little bit of a wing over in there. I'm going to set my sluice up right in here. It looks like it's got the most drop right there. And I'll add another wing right here and see if we can't run all this muck. Now that didn't take long at all. A few rocks strategically placed in the right location, and we've already got dang near 4 inches of elevation there that we didn't have before. The water that's coming over to this side isn't going to push all the way around this whole thing. It's going to build up where these rocks are right here and raise up a little bit, and then down the sluice it goes. So let's see if we're running properly. Grab a scoop of this mush right here, throw it on there. Now you definitely don't want this to just run right off. It looks like it's going nice and slow, just the way I like it. And everything's dancing around in there nicely. That's going to exchange all that light material for the heavy stuff we want really well. So all we got to do now is run it. And this stuff is really easy to dig. You can fill up buckets fast and really move some material. So let me get through this pail. If I see any gold in the sluice, we'll pick it back up then, because I'm excited. We found some pretty darn good gold here last time, lots of lead and some pretty interesting looking quartz chunks. So the bulk material test today starts now. And here's our first piece of gold, right there. Just stuck to my indicator mat. That's what that's for. There's another one right there. There's my finger. Oh, that one might have went off. That there is really dry, feeling scratchy roofing rubber right there, and the gold will stick to it just for a minute, and then off it'll go. But it tells you if you're scooping gold on your sluice system or not. You know, if you're lucky enough to have one stick there for a minute. But it works pretty well. We're running pretty well. Oh, I couldn't be happier. The sun's going to come out. That thing up there. Maybe the rain will hold off a little while. Hey, boys. Well, let's get back at it. He just took that right out of my dam right here. What are you doing to me? Huh? You goofballs. Such big helpers, yeah. I'm gonna tell you what. What is going on around here? All right, that material's all run. Let's see what we get out of 5 gallons from my potential new favorite spot. Yeah. Get that out of there. Oh no. We're all right. We're okay. Get in there, yeah. There we go. Just like that. Let me flip that in there once. There we go. There. I'll give that a little rinse since we spilled it a little bit. There. And it's not looking too darn bad. That is a ton of black sand, powdery black sand, but there is gold in this stuff. Look up in here. Really super small. This stuff is still packed with it. I don't feel like I should have to run all this material out here right down to the last speck because it's just wasting time out here. I could be getting more gold. Look at that. Every one of those little specks right there is a teeny weeny piece of flour gold. So my system is running real nice. There's a little bit bigger piece right there. Yeah, it's got a little shape to it too. Can I get that a little more? A little bit. Not bad. But you can see there's still gold mixed in with this stuff here. Hot diggity dog. It's really easy shoveling. It fills up pails quickly. And most importantly, there's accessible gold in there. So I am going to, well, first I'll show you the skies. Right there, it's really starting to get gray, and I think I heard some lightning, or some thunder rather. So I'm gonna hurry up and see if I can't get a couple more pails in here, because it's nice and cool out here. The boys are still having fun. Well, it looks like they're taking a fiver now, but I am absolutely having a blast. I'm calling my shot right now. This is my new favorite spot. And just because it's my new favorite spot, I'm gonna try a little something. That's for you, Chris Willie. All right, back to work. Well, we have 3 nice cleanouts, and we saw some good gold in that first one, and we didn't even get it down all the way. You just don't want to waste your time out here putzing around with that when you could be digging gold buried material and getting more gold. So we're gonna say adios to this spot right here. What a beauty. It's my new favorite spot, 100%. I'm gonna have to gather up a couple of guys and come down here and really put in some work. They're gonna enjoy it too. Maybe we'll do a Patreon thing. So let's get this stuff back to the Shop of Wonder. And I've got a little something special there I want to show you guys anyway. And we'll process this stuff up right and see if we can't scratch out some gold. Back in a bit. And we're back. I've got all my concentrates in this bowl right here. We're gonna run that through a 50 mesh classifier, pan out the bigs, run the littles over my cleanup sluice over there. And I said I had something to show you guys back at the ranch. Well, the old fridge of wonder died. I had to get a new one. And this one holds double the cobbles, 121 cans. And I was able to salvage some stickers here, but I think I have duplicates of darn near every one I had up there. So we're gonna go ahead and grab an ice cold cobble. That last fridge, they weren't getting very cold at all, but these are. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. All right, let's begin. All right, we'll take our yum yums. We'll dump them right in that there classifier. Give it a little squirt, just like such. Yeah, there we go. We'll shake that out, just like that. This material really looks, it's heavy. So I'm gonna check this for magnetics. Oh my goodness, that is full. I think I might have put too much in there. We're getting it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's quite a bit. Hardly anything left in this 50 mesh classifier here. The way it wasn't going through there, I guess I just had too much in there. There we go. And we'll fill it up, shake it out again. We don't usually find too much in the bigs, but every once in a while, you find a little something. And that's one of the reasons we do it. The thrill of the hunt. All right, that ought to do it for that. Here's all the material run over our cleanup sluice. Let's pan this out right now. All right, and we'll dump that. Throw a little water on it. There, just like such. Bam. And we'll do a little in the shop panning. You can definitely get more gold out of your material, bringing it back to a controlled environment like this than you can out in the field for a couple of reasons. Like I said, it's controlled, and out there, you're always in a hurry. Hurry up to do this. Hurry up to do that. Every once in a while, you slow down, have a cobble or a chunk of meat, pet the dogs. But it's always go time. Go, go, go. That's probably far enough. I could pull this back. And I do not see any gold in the larger than 50 mesh material. That stuff was plenty easy. Let me check that stuff for magnetics quick. And a good amount. So let's get rid of that. We'll set up our sluice and get the real gold. All right, we are set up. That doesn't take long at all. Got my speed controller powered up. Here comes the water. I'll turn that down to like glass finish. I like to think of this thing as an extremely aggressive Miller table just to separate the gold out of it. And then we'll take some of the concentrates off by turning the water up a little bit in a couple of steps. So I'll throw a little bit on there. Oh, that's creeping on down real nice. Only made it to about there. Throw another one on. Yep, this stuff is going to work mighty well. So give me just a few minutes and I'll run this stuff over it. And we'll see what we got for gold. And the gold, all nice and cleaned up. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me throw this here macro lens on there. Let's see if we can't take a little peek up close and personal. There it is. I mean, it looks quite a bit chunkier than it really is with this macro lens on there. But there are a lot of pieces. That spot, it's my new favorite spot, bar none. That's all there is to it. Will I quit going to other spots? Absolutely not. Will I stop looking for new spots? Absolutely not. That's the fun in it. Can I do this? Can I get a little tap to the top here with one hand? Yeah, not really. But there it is. I can't feel any of that. Obviously, it went through a 50 mesh. But look at how small some of that stuff is. That's when you know you got your stuff dialed in, when you're getting gold like that. Well, did we go down there and find the gold mother lode on the bedrock crevices under those boulders? Absolutely not. But we gave it a good try. I think once you cleared all those boulders and such out of there, there may be something to find down there. And it'd be fun doing it. But our game around here is the flower gold. And we found that. Once you get past that big bedrock chute where the water is really raging on that smooth bedrock, it creates that big old gravel and clay bench up there. And there's gold in it, by golly. And I think I nailed the layer. You get down a little too deep, and I wasn't finding a whole lot in my test pans, but right in that 2 to 3 foot layer area where that clay is, and it's prime for the getting. So I'm going to gather up a couple of guys, maybe do something with Patreon, and we're going to go down there, and we're going to have fun sometime. Thanks for coming along again. So until the next episode, like, share, subscribe. Please do leave a comment. It helps build our channel. Check out our Patreon page. It's in the description box below. Flourgoldwizards out. I wonder if there's any more beer in the fridge. Oh, that's right. There's glass now. There's lots.